Let's see. There you go. No, it's probably just my NVIDIA RTX. Like all my stuff, I think you guys all hear me now. I'm not sure if you can hear the music or not, but yeah. So gonna be painting up this dude with some crazy colors. I don't even know. I'm just doing stuff today. No music. How in the world is this supposed to work on Twitch soundtrack? Come on, work with me here. It is where did it go? Gunmetal Blue by Vallejo. It is crazy. Like this is like car color blue. And it actually reminds me of my RX-7 when I had it for like not very long before I blew up my Apex seals. That's what happens when you chuck like 30 pounds of boost into a stock motor. Just kaboom. But yeah, so gonna just be doing some crazy painting. Don't even know really what it is. My wifey has decided she wanted blue and orange, so I decided I'm just gonna paint stuff, some crazy colors today, and hopefully it nets me something cool. Hmm. Body panels all in this crazy blue. God, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, dry brushwork. So pretty. Put some orange on this a little later. Trying out some new brushes here today. So, Sarantis, how did your stream go? Because I think I passed out at some point, and then I ended up in another channel. And I was like, what? How did I get here? There's no music. Dang it. Sound properties. I don't understand how this Twitch soundtrack is supposed to work. Like, they don't want me to put it on the desktop audio. So the mixer says chat boxes on everything. I just don't understand. How in the heck is this supposed to use? Settings. Please close the streaming software to continue your installation. You want to know what? I'm just going to do it. What the? I swear, this thing rage makes me. Let's see if this works. If I just restart. Something? Nothing? You know what? I'm just gonna put audio 6, and that's gonna be that. Man, dude, don't let darkness win. You must hit the light. I think you guys can hear the music now. Yeah, man, as long as you're having a good... As long as you can turn it into a plus. Still no music. Now it's on literally 6. Oh, the world. Is it because... Oh, okay, hold on. I think I know why. Thank you very much for that, host. I think I know why. Properties. Device. Now it should be picking up this. If I hit the mixer and then I hit 6. I think this works. Ugh, my settings. Video I can deal with. Audio. Audio, like my buddy says, is the worst. It's the pits. It's all about like sources, just drawing giant circle roadmaps everywhere. What world everything is. Ugh. Yeah, I got it. Got the shit. Get the shit. Now. Just gonna dry brush the heck out of this. All the parts we want blue. And then we're gonna come back in and just contrast everything with other highlights. And already is looking pretty crazy. Just like that. Jeez. God, this... No, because I got some crazier, like, colors that I'm hitting in, like purple. I'm gonna do like some magenta-ish looking stuff. I got some orange going on. So I actually want the blue. Oh man, I'm doing all sorts of things. Just this is my one day of I'm gonna do something that has no bearing on this game. I think that's what my Tuesday streams are gonna be. It's to release my insanity of colors. Because one of my buddies, Atomic Walrus, every time I'm on his stream, he just asks me, like, what color should I do this? Just come up with the craziest color palettes. And at first, it doesn't seem like it'll work. So I just say, hey, just check it out. And try it. Because most of the time, I'm painting stuff either for somebody else that is exactly like the box art. So it gets kind of tedious at some point, and you're just like, okay, you know, I just want to do something. And I had, I don't know how many Indominus boxes, so just like, I'm gonna just take some Necrons, I'll put them together, and I'm just gonna have fun painting. Or else I'm just gonna, like, burn myself out on just straight up the same grimdark stuff. Which I kind of don't want to do. I just want to have fun. Still. Hands, legs. Still gotta get this side of his legs. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty nuts. A lot of cool colors. Just... I don't know if you saw my minty fresh. Dude, yeah, not. Yeah. No problem. Enjoy your lunch. Or dinner? I think it's dinner for you. If I remember it. For me, it's lunch or beer. I hope you're having something nice. God, what I would do for a nice English roast right now. Meal highlights. Get right up into that foot. All right. Step 1, pretty sure it's complete. Oh, no, not so complete. Underneath this. Let's hit some stuff with... Let's go with lead belcher. Let's go with lead belcher.
Oh, it can't possibly be that bad. Honestly, Frosty, it really can't be that bad. Like, my desk, on the other hand, that never gets any better. You saw the photos from way back when. You know that it's just literally, like, this is all fine. But in front of this, it's just like, oh, jeez. Like, paint stuck everywhere, little bits of stuff, like a gajillion pieces of plastic everywhere. So bad.
take a little bit of lead belcher. Just gonna hit up a bunch of stuff. Not sure what exactly. Ooh, we're gonna hit some stuff. On top of it's still not that bad. Honestly, on top of it's not that bad. For me, it's when it's stuff that's stacked on top of stuff, or horrifically like too tall for the area that it's in, like just the main area. It's like if it's just like a little, just for example, this bottle, I will leave it there and I will knock it over and I won't learn my lesson. And it's pretty bad. Alright, so we're gonna do some of these gun things. And by the way, Frosty, my wifey says hello. Even though she's asleep, she mentioned please tell Frosty and some of the others, Pinbot and Walrus, that she said hello. She honestly is the best. She actually controls my Instagram page, sadly enough. Like, I'm not that good with Instagram. Like, I'm good with painting, doing all sorts of other crazy stuff. But when it comes to, like, posting stuff and all that stuff, if it's not automated for me, I can't deal with it. I just get lost. Trying to set everything up it hurts my brain sometimes. Like, I wanted, like, a solution for posting everything in one shot. And I looked it up, and it's like, it used to be free on a few sites. There was a few applications that you could download, and you could just pop it onto everything you wanted. Like, it didn't matter. It was just the best thing ever. Because this is like the infancy of social media, where no one really knew what was the most important, what was going to grow. So you had Twitter, you had Facebook, all in one thing. You had Reddit too. And then, like, AdWords and everything became super, super popular on all these platforms. Okay, now we're going to start charging for it. And it's big money. Just looking at YouTube numbers, it's ridiculous. Hey, we made $30 billion from YouTube. Like, that's what they declared. We made $30 million in one quarter. It's like, yeah. Like, why haven't you posted in a few days? What the heck? I think that's what it's. I don't know what it is with that platform. It seems very not like it's business oriented. Because the way you interact with it, right? It's, you don't like sit there and like crawl and like troll through every post on Instagram. It's just, you know, it's something, it's a time killer. I got like a couple minutes, let me go check out Instagram. Just check out Instagram for like 5-10 minutes. But Facebook is just like, you get absorbed into Facebook feed and you're just like, okay, one thing after another. Oh, this is what my friend's doing. But when I look at like Instagram, I'm just like, you know, like I'll spend like 5 minutes on it and then I'm completely disengaged with it. But on Facebook, you got drama, you got everything. Like, yeah, you can post stuff on Instagram for like people like can leave comments and stuff, but people are generally looking for the drama llama. So it's just like, where is it? So personally, I find Facebook to be just a better platform for discovery and a lot of other stuff. Instagram's nice because it just for me, Instagram, the way my wife's using it for me, it's just becomes like, instead of having a website, here's an Instagram page. This is my work. It's my online portfolio. It's free. I don't have to pay anything. It shows you like analytic data of who likes my stuff and like how long it would take me to do things. Like there's that Jose Mendez guy. Ugh, TikTok, I can't. I think it's literally just because I am like I just can't. I can't even. I saw like posts about TikTok, like kids just dancing, and it's like 20-second videos. It's pretty much Vine. So I'm like, I lived through Vine. Like it's just another platform where people do stuff. And I'm not sure whether of like how interesting or provoking some of the stuff is. I did, however, see one very enjoyable TikTok, and it was actually a office lady that uses Excel, like she's a master of Excel or something, and she just literally makes TikToks about how to use Excel to like funny little dances, and it's just like, do Control C, do this, do that. And this is how you'll get this result. Na, 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 na. And it's like a nice little jingle. So she like produces it fairly well. And it's the cutest thing ever. But unfortunately, I don't do TikTok, so... yeah. And I don't have all those weird sayings of like, eat and all that other stuff. No, I do not say any of that stuff. It just weirds me out. And yes, I am just using my giant paintbrush. My giant dry brush as a paintbrush. Just to hit up larger areas quickly. Yeah, like it's honestly a really cool platform. Like I'm sure there's its ups and downs, as a platform does, right? But compared to like a lot of other things, I would be more worried about Instagram and what's their Snapchat for like younger ones there. Just because. But for like gently, like it's weird. Like these trends kind of like what's happening. Oh, it was so funny the other day, Rossi. I had Jay like just messaged me about he was just asking me like, oh, what programs are you using to like do all the graphics that he asked me for? I'm like, I use Photoshop. I'm one of those that actually paid for that freaking license like a long, long time ago. And like it's absurdly expensive. He was like, hey, how much is that software? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I think you can get all of them for like a couple $100 a month. And he's like, what? Yeah, it's like you like I didn't like I'm not gonna tell him like, yeah, you can like not pay monthly, you know, circa like Napster, Kazaa, like torrent days kind of stuff. Because if you're not used to it and you decide to get some funny stuff and install it on your PC and it explodes, I am not responsible for that. But yeah. And then he was like, oh, well, what do you use for like 3D design? I'm like, Fusion 360. The thing is free. Oh my god, Fusion 360 literally saved my life. And then I remember they did like this whole thing about they were removing projects, so you couldn't make so many STLs, and you can only have 5 concurrent projects at the same time. Oh man, oh, Fusion's super fun. Learn how to use Loft. The Loft command is really where it's at. Makes a lot of cool organic shapes. Because if you don't figure out Loft, you're gonna have one hell of a time trying to like connect things and like that's not just like a fillet or like, yeah, you gotta learn Loft. Like I haven't even learned it, and I'm just like, I still don't understand how to use Loft. But pretty much because I have a line tool and a circle tool, I can pretty much do everything because I'm used to like literally doing blueprints by hand. Because when I went to school for welding and fitting, we learned how to do everything by hand, and I thought it was a joke. Because I was doing that already in high school. Like planning how to build something. I would just draw things because I looked at blueprints and it just made sense to me. So once you figure out how to use Loft and lines, it's pretty easy. Gotta get in between, up in the back. But I'm happy that there's a free license for Fusion 360, and the yearly on that subscription is pretty cheap comparatively to a lot of things. Get all the way up in there because I forgot to hit the Sun Blizzard button. Oh, like actually like rendering it in 3D space? Because I still haven't figured that thing out. I'm sure it's not like the craziest thing. Throw this in the bin? Throw this in the bin? It's getting there, it's getting there. How you doing, Walrus? Remember that guy from Hong Kong that I linked to you on Instagram? Jeez. I was trying to have this debate with my wife. She was like, "Oh, it's so pretty." No. I'm like, "Yeah, I would so not do that, even for money." Yeah, the Johnny Hong Kong Wong or something. I have no idea. But dear Lord, that's just ridiculous. Like, what in the crazy world? Like, what? Like, he paints scenic things on capes. Oh, yeah. Like, my pants were definitely tight when I was watching that. And then I had to try to explain to my wife, like, there's no way, one, I'm doing that. Because it's just, like, I don't freehand paint like that. Like, I can, but it would just take me, like, 200 hours, and I would cry and die a little bit on the inside. And I was just like, babe, like, there's so many other ways I can just do that. And it doesn't involve painting. I would literally go buy, like, white decal paper and just stick it in my printer and get it printed. Or just go to literally a high-end printing place that has, like, really high DPI printers that are laser and just laser it onto a decal sheet and just... Okay, I'm done. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But then she was like, "Oh, but what about the sky, like the the night star stuff?" I'm like, "Wait, that's easy. Like it's literally just purple, black, blue, a little bit of pink, a little bit of white, and then you just take a toothbrush, mask off a bunch of stuff, and just flick. Okay, I got a star field. Now you take the big dots and you go in with a little white, and you just do little X's, so it's like, oh, it's a starburst, and then it looks pretty." And then she's like, but you have to do it the right way, the same way that all these guys are doing it. They're super popular. I'm like, babe, here's the perfect comparison. Like, the Jose guy, that guy, I'm like, he has got the formula down. Paints crazy quick, and it's like, he pumps out like one of those things per day. Like, if you're pumping out one of, like, that level, that caliber of stuff, one per day, and you're charging, like, what, like 100, like 5 hours for that? So it's like $100-something per model? Like, you're making money. Like, easily you're making money. Like, maybe you're not making enough, but, like, that is, like, yeah. Yeah, honestly, he has literally sold his soul to, like, paint. Because I'm just looking at his, like, page, his Instagram page, and it's just every day there's one or two models, and I'm like, what in the world? Like, he's not playing around. That is for sure. Just straight up, like, I'm painting. I am, like, just chucking models out the door. Because honestly, for me, it was a question of diminishing returns. Yeah, I can spend like 300 hours on one model, but what could I possibly do in that amount of time that would be more productive? Like, I just love knowing that at some point, like, I will be able to do that kind of craziness. I just don't want to do that craziness because it's literally of diminishing returns. Because literally the perfect example, I think, almost is also like yesterday. Jenny Joy, Walter's Workshop, Big Boss Waztec, and a few other people that I'm not sure were all doing this speed competition where they got 1 hour to paint a gob or an orc. And it's just like, it shows you literally like the differences between people. Like, but it made sense. Like, you had Walter, he's literally just painting one guy red, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, just wait. So he paints it all red, and then Jenny's in the lead, blocks out like a gajillion colors on the thing.
and then she starts like highlighting stuff, and you know, she's done that in like 15 minutes. Like, Walter's there and he's just painting red, and everyone's just like, what the fuck are you doing? And then pretty much he leaves like the whole model pretty much black and gray in the back, and then he just dry brushes a gunshot, like glow. So that's cool. Yeah, like, that's why, like, for me, I'm like, okay, I know he's got a plan, but I know who is gonna be very effective in this competition, especially because, like, I was giving her, like, cheats. I'm like, I know what you want to do, and you're not gonna be able to do it in an hour. It's gonna come out all screwy. Here, take these tips. Use a hairdryer while you're thinking. It's like, nobody said nothing about no hairdryer. Like, and then I think at one point they said, like, you're not allowed airbrushing. I was like, yeah, I'm completely out of that tournament right there. Because I would come out with some crazy airbrush scheme and, like, go crazy. What was that thing? What? You painted Skin King in 1 hour? God damn. What the fuck? If he paints that in 1 hour, I'd be like... I'd turn bi for you at that point. Because that's ridiculous. And then trying to explain to my wife about painting was a little bit rough. Hello, Weeboo Flanders! How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I am painting the Royal Warden in some weird colors that I'm not even sure whether it'll work, but I'll try to make it work somehow. It's my random Tuesday work, where I get to paint stuff that's not the same. Yeah, like, I was just like, I'm pretty much an amateur, babe. Like, but I am really good. I do. Like, I'm definitely, like, top tier, but these guys are, like, S tier. And, like, you know, if they came over, I would literally just, like, they would just bend me over. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I wish I could paint for, like, 10, 15 hours a day, because, well, okay, let's do a little math here. Alright, so I think it was, to be an expert at something, it was 10,000 hours, right? Divide that by, like, let's say you get 30 hours in per week. So it'd take you 335 weeks, divide that by 4, 83 months, divide that by 12. It would take you like 7 years if you painted 30 hours a week. Just 30 hours a week and like seven freaking years. Yeah, if you literally, yeah, it would take you like still 3 years. But that's all you do, is you just sit there and you paint. I just find cheaty ways to get through stuff. And even like I watched a lot of like content from Adam Savage, and the guy literally made models for a living. He literally made like all the Death Stars, like a lot of Star Wars stuff. So for me, like whenever he says, "Oh, I love doing this trick," take a like an old box, like just some rando box that just empty, cut a little hole in it, like just at the bottom when you flip it over. And if you're just trying to do a bunch of models, you put it on low or just cold, depends on where you are. and you just you just cover the blow dryer, so there's an in and an out, and it just circulates the air in like a circular motion inside the box, kinda, and it dries up everything super fast if you're doing like batch painting. So I was just like, well, super good idea. Thank you, Mr. Savage. You have changed my life once again. I don't even know any techniques, right? I just look instantly for the thing that gets me my result, which is kind of bad. Like, I should really learn how to use brush properly. Like, I just love finding the easier way to do something. Like, I don't want to spend, 30 hours on one little thing. I want to be able to just paint and make it look pretty. Oh man, what's there? I think Jose, he does airbrush like a lot. But that's also how he pumps out like ridiculous amount of like figurines per day. It's just because you're just airbrushing. You don't have to sit there and like wet blend. Like I'm just gonna blend straight up. And that's what I do too. I just straight up do it that way. It's just a million times easier. I tried so long to do this wet blending, and I'm just like, oh, the gradient is such a pain because it's too small for me, and I don't work fast enough yet with a brush or to enough like wetness on my paints. So I think I saw a photo, and he has like 3 or 4 just in one, like on his left. I'm not sure if he's left-handed or not, but if he's left-handed, then those are the ones that he has. If he's right-handed, those are like the spares, and he probably has like 2 or 3 at least on the right side. Ooh, I kind of like this brush. Cheapo Selectum number 1 Saber. It's got a long thing. Makes it so nice. Keeps lots of water in the hairs. So I can just straight up paint quick. Oh man. So I really hope that Badger ends up with that happy birthday sale and I get to pick up a Sotar. I'm not sure. I just know that everybody suggested that I get the Sotar because I don't work with a lot of paint. And I think he designed that one just so that you could see past the cup. Hey, how's it going, Seafox? How's your day going? I am painting up this Royal Warden all sorts of crazy with a color palette that my wifey chose for me. Yeah, that's what I'm debating, like, how tiny is tiny? Because I add, like... Yeah, but the only problem is like, sometimes I use, like, my airbrush to just, like... And I do huge motions with it. Like, I saw it. It's pretty, pretty much it's, like, twice the size of the width of the actual airbrush. Mia, if I think I got that, I would need the tip protector, like protect the tips. And then I would definitely need something. Murdering you. Just strike up God mode. Murder all of them. Or make their like pets just like go insane. And then just have it murder them. G22 for Masters. Let's see what that is. G22. G22. Whoops. Masters. Yeah, like I have pretty much a replica of the G22 Master right now. Like, the only thing I'm always worried about is always the compressor. Because I do also use, like, I airbrush on stream, right? So, my big issue is trying to find a compressor that I can use almost all the time, like with a high duty cycle, that will not be crazy loud on stream. Hey, it's the Mango Smasher. Thank you very much for playing. Yeah, so, yeah, like, that's what I saw. I was always looking at the Sotar, and I even asked my friend that he actually cleans his Sotar. He just straight up dunks it into an ultrasonic cleaner. Doesn't take it apart, doesn't do anything, he just dumps it in there. And apparently, nothing gets damaged. So I was very interested in that, for the fact that it's just like, okay, so you're telling me if I get this, and I finish doing my like preliminary cleaning, I could just chuck it in there and it's gonna be pretty. And he's like, yep. I was like, ooh, I kinda really want that. So I sold some magic cards. Once the payment clears and everything, I'm just gonna sit there and wait. I'm gonna invest in my hobbies some more. I gotta wait for... Oh yeah, I forgot that my... I'm gonna be building lots of Age of Sigmar stuff soon. Oh. Yeah, but I need... There's also like... Badger Airbrush sells like a tip. Oh, it's so good. I sold like a sealed box. I think I have, what? Like, this is just my extras. Just on the side of me, I got Throne of Eldraine, Ravnica Allegiance, Corset 2019, Born of the Gods, Dominaria, just on my side. Those are the ones that I'm just selling. Oh, man. Don't we all wish we had Black Lotuses from beta at this point in our hands? Because it's 50 grand. Stupid piece of paper. You know someone at, like, 100% somebody at Wizards is sitting on literally a giant stack, like a freaking, 800 like, long box of Black Lotuses from beta just because they have it. Yeah, I don't really think about Magic the Gathering too much anymore either, because there's so many ways to play Magic the Gathering. Like, you can literally just download Cockatrice, and it's the online version. You have access to every single card. You bring in your own deck list, and you play it with people online. And you populate all the images, literally off of their website. It's like the dumbest thing. So if ever you guys wanted to play Magic the Gathering, I would love to school you all. Because, yeah, why not?
But yeah, literally went and... Oh, I didn't tell you this, Sea Fox. So, my wife actually runs down my Instagram pretty well. And she... No, don't sell your mocks, Diamond. Do not sell your mocks. Any mocks that there is, you keep it. Just because it is a mox. It's like, it's a given. You don't sell lands and you don't sell moxes until, like, you really have to. Because I bought a few Moxel Pals when they were like $12. And they were garbage back then. And then somebody, like, told me recently, I think Moxel Pals were like 80 bucks or something. It's nuts. I love it. I absolutely love it. But yeah, like, I play, like, a lot of the older commandos. Like Kalia. Bust out, like, a demon or an angel. And especially if I have, like, if I went out and bought the Mox, the Jeweled Lotus or something? Oh. Turn 1. Say hello to you're getting wrecked. Literally land, Soul Ring, Signet, and then, like, your new jewel thing. Tap, okay, here's Kalia. Oh, here's also Strider Boots. You know, like, it's turn 1, you're swinging for, like, 20 or some shit. That's why it's so stupid. Like, I don't understand why they would print that card and then instantly ban it from competitive EDH. It just, like, okay, what was the point of making this card? Like, just so that people would friendly play it? Like, if you're friendly playing it, already you're that guy that is destroying everybody. Especially nowadays, with Magic the Gathering, it's all about your land base and your mana rocks. Those are the most expensive things in the whole format. Okay, got that, got this, got that. What did I miss? I missed something here. Okay, back up here. Yeah, there we go. Get it up.